Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this closing discussion for the 2020 Global Manufacturing and Industrialisation Summit. I'm journalist and broadcaster Declan Curry, and I want to thank you for being with us throughout the 2 days of this live virtual event. You've been in the company of heads of state, ministers, global corporate executives, and international experts, and you've been part of our discussion on the key theme of globalization, covering the implications of the fourth industrial revolution for global manufacturing, the digital transformation of global value chains, and the standards and frameworks needed to build sustainable, inclusive prosperity. We've also discussed the impact of the pandemic on the global manufacturing sector and how we build agility and resilience in business in the future. Well, we're joined now by the Summit's Managing Director, Namir Hourani. Welcome to the discussion, sir. GMIS 20, of course, was scheduled to take place in Hanover in Germany, and because of circumstances, we've done it all virtually instead. As we approach the end of this virtual summit, what are your thoughts? Was it a success?
Well, my thoughts, look, Declan, great show, great turnout, great insights and outcomes. And you said it, plans were firmly set in place for the third edition of the Global Manufacturing and Industrialization Summit to be staged alongside Hanover Messe in April earlier this year. The team was ready, we were heading out there. And then, of course, COVID-19 happened. And so the format of the conference had to change. But not only that, the program too, and our programming and strategy team did a phenomenal job staying true to the original theme of globalization and of course talking about global value chains, but also bringing in a lot of topics related to the current pandemic, a challenge that we're in the midst of, and I believe for most of us, one of the biggest challenges we'll face in our lifetime. And so to answer your question, Declan, was this a successful summit? You know, as an organizer of the summit, we have to look at it from two perspectives. The first is all about the experience. So I'm out there to make sure the team is putting together a world-class show and offering a flawless experience to everyone, whether it's our partners, delegates, speakers, and I'm pretty confident that we did a pretty good job at that. And the second is about who was there and more importantly, why they were there.
And as we've already noted, we've heard from heads of state, from ministers, from the chief executive of some of the world's largest organizations, all of them taking part in GMIS 2020. What does that tell us?
Well, look, Declan, as a platform, the best outcome that we can ask for is one that reflects our vision of being inclusive, right? And we try to drive this very aggressively. You know, close to 100 speakers, 5 heads of state, 3 heads of United Nations entities, 9 CEOs of global organizations. So great lineup. But what does that actually mean? It means that heads of state, ministers, government in essence, are aligned with the vision behind the Global Manufacturing and Industrialization Summit. The private sector, global leaders from the private sector, they are aligned with our vision. They're all coming together because they have a common belief, there is consensus that manufacturing matters, that the manufacturing sector is important. And they're particularly really participating because they believe that promoting inclusive and sustainable industrial development across the world is beneficial for everyone. And ultimately, this is good for our world.
So Namir, where do we go from here? What next for GMIS?
Well, good question. The most important thing to realize is that GMIS is not a talk shop. We're outcomes driven, and for us, you know, for outcomes to be delivered, they can only be done so through strong partnerships. So these outcomes are very important, too precious in our opinion to be limited to just one destination or even limited to one city every year. So we want to make sure that we're spreading this to as many cities as we can. And so what we've done is we've been working on creating a new partnership model. And this partnership model has been in development for some time now. It will prioritize social goals to expand the vision and mission of GMIS globally. And the partnership will be open to cities all over the world that are keen to promote inclusive and sustainable industrial development and want to advance the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. And cities who partner with us on this model will get to host a GMIS event every year. And we've been talking to the great city of Pittsburgh on how we can collaborate.
Well, why Pittsburgh? Why have they been selected in this conversation?
Pittsburgh's got a great story, Declan. You know, heavy traditional manufacturing. It was well known for being the industrial hub for coal mining and steel production. At one point in time, Pittsburgh was actually responsible for over 50% of US steel production. And around the 70s, US steel industry faced a lot of pressure from global competition. And of course, the city of Pittsburgh suffered and was hurt in the process. 80s, 90s, the city picked itself up again, completely reinvented itself. And I've been going to the city of Pittsburgh for, I've been there 3 or 4 times, Declan. And today the city is known for robotics, advanced manufacturing. They have the #1 artificial intelligence program at Carnegie Mellon University. So the story resonates very well with what GMIS is all about. And really, to wrap this up, I'm super excited to announce that the city of Pittsburgh will be the first city to join the new partnership model and will organize the very first edition of GMIS America in 2021. And of course, this will see the city of Pittsburgh bring back a GMIS event every single year.
Namir Hourani, thank you very much.
Declan, appreciate it. Thank you.